Just 2 stages remain in the SA Safari Rally, the first ever to take place and the third leg of the W2RC. Fittingly, the man leading proceedings is arguably one of the best ever to do the job, Sebastian Loeb. He's 23 seconds ahead of the one, the only El Matador, Carlos Sainz, who in turn is 7 seconds clear of the man lying in third place, South Africa's very own Henk Latergan.
These are easy calculations to make, and the answers reveal that just 30 short seconds separate Sebastian Loeb, Carlos Sainz and Henk Latergan. And that after nearly 1,000 kilometers of racing. Latergan was on a charge on stage 3 and well on his way to taking the lead, but a broken drive shaft halted his progress. There was some sweet that came with the bitter. As a result, the South African champion ended stage 3 with the 5th fastest time, which means he'll have a better road position from where to launch his attack on stage 4.
Now, Latergan and his navigator Brett Cummings aren't the only South Africans very much in the mix in the SA Safari Rally. There are plenty of others making their mark, despite the fact that they're using navigation systems that they're not entirely used to. Now, despite all that, they're still managing to shine in their own backyard.
Century Racing's Brian Baragwanath is the next South African on the list. The man from Joburg is currently in 6th position, just 2 minutes and 54 seconds from the lead. And he is followed by former South African champion Ford's Gareth Woolridge, just a further 3 seconds back. The Toyota Gazoo Racing squad of Sahud Varial and Guy Bartrell are 14th and 15th respectively, and still within striking distance in spite of a bit of bad luck earlier on, when Team Hilux teammates Fashir Blickner and Janelle de Villiers were all in the top 20.
So, it's all to play for in the final 2 stages of the SA Safari Rally, with the likes of Latergan, Baragwanath and Woolridge prepared to leave nothing on the table in their quest for glory. Once again, let's go racing.
As we know, things don't always go right in Rally Raid, but it's great when you can rely on the locals to lend a hand. Welcome to stage 4 of the South African Safari Rally. $225k against the clock today, almost 500k of road section, a proper beast of a stage. But once again, it turned into a Daniel Sanders masterclass. The Australian shredding his way to a 3rd consecutive stage win as his remarkable purple patch continued. That is now 4 stage victories for the week, including the prologue, while his overall lead is up to 7 minutes. Well, Chucky enjoyed the twisty, tight tracks at the start and then the faster sections in the rocks, so we asked him, what is the secret to navigating so well here in South Africa?
Got to read the road book as quick as you can, as fast as you're riding as well. So it's, there's some notes there that, in 1 kilometre there might have been 6 notes. So just had to tick everyone off and make sure it all matched and looked correct, and just back yourself and push and try not to lose the time opening, which we didn't. So that's really cool.
A great day for Sanders then. However, his teammate and nearest overall challenger, Luciano Benavides, ran into a spot of bother. The Argentine making 2 navigation mistakes and coming in 4 minutes down. He's feeling good though, he's happy with his pace, and he still has a 3-minute cushion to 3rd place. Well, Ross Branch said it was a bit of a strange day. After a strong start, he made a mistake and was overtaken by Ricky Brabeck and spent the rest of the day in the American's dust. Still, he was delighted to see so many fans from Botswana out supporting him as the rally passed close to the border of his homeland. Branchy 5th fastest on the stage. Well, the most exciting fight unfolding in these final days is the one for 3rd place overall. Ricky Brabeck was on the bottom step of the podium this morning, but he slipped down to 4th after losing 1.5 minutes to his teammate Adrian van Beveren. The The American had a couple of small crashes, but he's okay and ready for a big push tomorrow. Well, this is the man he'll be chasing, Van Beveren, who's just 25 seconds ahead in the standings. The two Honda men are also neck and neck in the World Championship. The Frenchman enjoyed himself out there today, getting into a good flow with his speed and navigation. VBA did highlight one confusing note at kilometre 24, but he got the time back and acknowledged that the organisers have done a fine job preparing this brand new event.
You know, it's never easy to organize such a race. In the tracks, there is tracks everywhere. They cut the grass. They did really good job overall to prepare us a good terrain, and I really enjoyed my riding. So we will see, you know. And anyway, I will give my best as I always do, and we're racing and enjoying at the maximum.
Sanders taking his 11th W2RC stage win of the season, including prologues, by 53 seconds from Van Beveren. Howes, Breivik and Branch complete the top 5. Sanders has a commanding lead, but it's super tight between 3rd and 4th.
I saw in the shadow of the drone, and I was like, yeah, just you know, like do the cowboy and having fun out there. That's the key. If you have fun, for sure you're doing good, and that's what I had today. I had a lot of fun.
Victory in the quads went to Antanas Kanopkinas, who had an absolute ball, 17th fastest in the FIM classes. The Lithuanian said the grip was much better today, and that allowed him to brake late and be aggressive in the corners. He came in 5 minutes clear of his teammate, Gaetan Martinez.
Everything is fine. We are really glad. It doesn't matter who, me or Gaetan in the first position. We're in the first and the second position with the CF Moto. It's unbelievable. It's a part of the history which we are writing for the CF Moto.
It's been a week of discovery here in South Africa, and we asked Henk Latteken to explain how the ultimate cars have adapted to the terrain.
Hi guys, we're here in South Africa, and obviously the cars are set up a little bit different to what we are used to at Dakar. So the first thing you'll notice is we have no sand ladders on the back. There's not enough sand here to get stuck in, so we don't need those. That's just extra weight, so we take those off. In this area we have a little bit of a different suspension setup. Usually you want the car to turn really well. It's really slow and tight and twisty in these areas. Over here we're spending a lot of our time in second, third, fourth gear, so a lot slower pace. In front of the windscreens you'll see these massive bush bars. So those are to protect the front windscreen. They work quite well. I think if we didn't have that, the window would be completely smashed. Still quite a long way to go and all to play for.
On to another spectacular day in the top cars class, and sometimes pictures are worth 1,000 words. We have quickly learned that it's a bit of a nightmare to be opening the piste in South Africa, and today's first two starters, Nasser Al-Attiyah and Carlos Sainz, would lose significant time.
Nasser and myself, we were struggling a lot, very narrow, very tricky. Not easy to be first cars on the road.
The two legends losing around 8 minutes apiece, but you can guarantee they'll be flat out tomorrow. Here's another legend, Janil de Villiers, the only South African winner of the Dakar. He's been competing for Team Hilux in a V8 Toyota, and he's currently running 17th. But above all, he's been delighted to welcome the biggest names in Rally Raid to his home event.
I think so far it's been really great. You know, it's something different to all the other rounds, and I think it's a good thing for the championship. It balances it well, and we definitely hope everybody's enjoying it and that they will come back next year.
On to another fairly well-established name in motorsport, Sébastien Loeb, who's still very much in the fight for overall victory. The 9-time World Rally champion set off 4th today and lost time early on, but he really put the hammer down in the second half of the special. A few little errors, but he is only 39 seconds off the lead. And this is the man who moved ahead of him today, Henk Laterken, who obviously got that setup just right. The South African quickly got past Mathieu Serradori and said that it was when he was approaching Loeb's dust that the Frenchman really started to push. Tomorrow's battle for the inaugural Safari Rally crown promises to be sensational.
Overall, quite happy with the result. Now it's a flat-out battle tomorrow. It's as good as restarting the race on the last day, so I think tomorrow whoever's quickest might just take it.
Guillaume de Mévius had a very good day, handling the tricky navigation and rocky sections to post the second fastest time. The Belgian's up to 3rd overall, and that's the position he'll be defending tomorrow, with Seth Quintero and Lucas Moraes lurking just a few seconds back. Stage honours went to Saoud Variawa and Francois Cazalet, with the French co-driver saying the navigation here is absolutely relentless. They lost some power during the stage, but still had enough in the tank to take victory by 58 seconds. And remember, it's not a Bakkie, it's a Hilux.
Yeah, it's the second win for our team, so really happy. It means a lot for us. It's our home race and home team, home colours. Yeah.
The aforementioned Guy Botterill was 3rd on the stage, ahead of the impressive Daniel Schroeder. Quintero rounded out the top 5. 39 seconds between 1 and 2, just 18 seconds between 3, 4 and 5. We are in for some final stage. It was another great day for David Zille in the Challengers. The Argentine praised the spectacular work of his co-driver, Sebastian Cesana, as they won by 1.5 minutes to extend their overall lead. Well, Pau Navarro had been hoping to win today for his mechanics. They were up late last night fixing engine problems in his Taurus, but he had to settle for 2nd. Dania Akil also had a bad 3rd stage, but bounced back today in 3rd. The Saudi getting a much better night's sleep than she did in the marathon camp.
The good thing about this race is that it does give you a lot of challenges, physically, mentally, and I think that's the best kind of race.
A BBR Motorsport 1-2-3-4 on this stage, with Nicolas Cavigliasso coming in behind his teammates but ahead of Adam Kusch. Overall, Azile leads by more than 5 minutes. Enrico Gaspari has been keeping a fairly low profile in the SSVs, but the Italian took his best result of the week today in second. However, big mechanical trouble yesterday has dropped him down to the bottom of the standings. And that's good news for Alexander Pinto, because Gaspari's his closest rival in the W2RC. The Portuguese driver took today's stage by almost 3 minutes.
So yeah, it's been so far very ups and downs. We have a bad stage yesterday again, and today a good stage. We keep a conservative pace, but in the end we got the win, so that's the most important part as well. Win points for the championship.
Jose Nogueira was third on the day, with the overall leader Mario Franco in fourth. His lead over Englishman Richard Axel is up to nearly 12 minutes.
So a sensational day for South Africa in the penultimate stage of the SA Safari Rally, with Sahud Variawa capturing the stage, while Henk Ladekan rocketed back to the top of the overall standings. Now, they form part of the drivers and navigators that do insane things on a daily basis and get the deserved credit. However, it would not be possible were it not for this group of people.
The drivers and co-drivers get the glory, but the real heroes behind the scenes are the mechanics, the engineers. So on a day-to-day basis, they have a crew chief who oversees all the mechanics. There's 4 mechanics per car. There's specialists in the team like damper guys, gearbox guys, diff guys, the crew chief and sub-assembly chief. And we have 2 engineers here. But the unsung heroes are always the mechanics. They're the first ones here and the last ones to go to sleep. So they're the ones that swing the spanners. Every nut and bolt is tightened and torqued properly, and the car stays together because of them. Basically, when we come back from a stage, the drivers give us a feedback. The engineers download all the data. They go through any faults and stuff, while the mechanics are checking the car for leaks, anything loose, anything broken, anything bent. The engineers will come back with feedback later and say, okay, the gearbox is running hot. Maybe check the gearbox, they missed a few shifts. Maybe pull out the diffs, have a look at that. Feeling in the car is changing, so then obviously the dampers get opened. The mechanics are the ones that take everything out and put everything back together.
We often work until 3, 4 in the morning. If we need to rebuild the car or rebuild the gearbox or whatever needs to be done, the guys will pull through and make sure it happens. We've got specialists, an engine guy, we've got a shock guy, we've got a bodywork guy. So they're trained in the workshop. They know what they're doing. Teamwork is key to what we do. As we're stripping the car, the guys have a look. They've got to come and talk to me, see what's going wrong with the car, what needs to be changed. As we strip the car, it actually tells a good story for us. You know, what's taken punishment in the day. And they'll come to me and say, okay, let's replace this, this, and this. I trust our guys. They know what they're doing, and we let them do their thing.
Without these guys, we wouldn't be anywhere near where we are. We had a late night 2 nights ago. We worked like, I think, 3:30 in the morning. Up again at 7 to see the cars out. Unfortunately, we had a bit of a problem with Jaden's car with the turbocharger, so we came in early. The guys started last night at 10:30, and as you can see behind me, they're almost finished now the following day. In our team, how we do is fix the broken things first. Whatever comes in the driver and navigator complain about, let it be a drive shaft, a turbocharger, we worry about that. After that, then what we do, we'll go through a front to back full bolt check all the lubricants, drain lubricants, everything that can be done. So when the car leaves here, it's basically a brand new car every morning.
Get sleep, eat while you can, and work again.
Yeah, the guys just don't know when to stop. We just carry on going. We just keep digging deeper and deeper and keep working harder and harder.
It's a massive job that they have, you know, ensuring that everything is done correctly, everything is tight, you know, there's no issues that the drivers haven't picked up while we're driving, to ensure that we can do a stage like this. Well, the past 600 kilometers that these guys have raced, you know, making sure that everything is correct on the car. It's very difficult, you know, normally at our races we have a prologue followed by lap 1, but we have 3 hours between the prologue and then lap 1. Then we have the full night to work on the car, and then we do only 400 kilometers a day, whereas now we're doing 400 kilometers every day without a service point. You know, it's very difficult. have to ensure that everything is done correctly. We have tons of checks that we do every night, making sure that the car is 100% so that when we go out the next day, there's no issues. The guys that are here are very hardworking, very dedicated. You know, if I tell them we're working through the night, they'll work through the night. So I tell them to take the shocks out, they'll take the shocks out. They'll rebuild engines, they'll do whatever they have to ensure that this car starts the next day and gets the results.
After an action-packed penultimate stage of the SA Safari Rally, the leaderboard has a somewhat different feel to it. Time to hear from some of the other South Africans who are making their mark on this rally.
It was really good for the team. So Hood first, me third, so really happy for the team. We ran really well in the car. We made a few mistakes early on, which cost us a lot of time. But the second half of the stage, Dennis and I were absolutely flat out trying to make up some time. We have no idea where we were standing, but towards the end I knew we were doing pretty well. And to finish third, considering where we were this morning, really happy with that. So I think we did really well and super great that Hood won the day. So super happy for the team.
Yeah, no, it was good, especially today. We had a good clean run. All the other days we always had a little hiccup here or there. But yeah, today was good from the start. We had a good pace going. We caught a little bit of dust behind Jacopini, but yeah, managed to pass him along the way. I think we lost a little bit of time there. After that, we also caught a few bikers, and Procop had a broken power steering. But yeah, I think we had a lovely stage. It was fun.
Oh, look, today went well for us. It was a tricky loop. We got lost in the beginning. I don't have a reverse on my car, so we was forced to drive through the fences and stuff. But I mean, overall it was tough, and it was actually a nice loop. For us, it's a privilege to compete against the best in the world. We've got the pace. We must just sort out the navigation. I hope that they bring it back to South Africa, not every second year, but every year. I spoke to some of the top guys, Nasser and Loop, and they said it was a great event for them so far. So yeah, I hope they will bring it back.
I think today we had quite a good stage. You know, obviously with the V8 we're learning quite a lot with the torque meter and the setup. We didn't have a lot of time to set it up before the race, basically 1.5 days. So we've been thrown in a little bit at the deep end. So I think today, you know, we managed to iron some problems out. So the car ran really a lot better today. There's still a little bit we can try and get. But yeah, I mean, so far so good. Like you say, it's the fourth day is finished already, and tomorrow is the last 100 Ks. It's going to be exciting, certainly. We got Henk and Brett leading the race, so we're going to be holding thumbs for them. And yeah, just try and have a good last day.
There's just one relatively short stage that remains in the SA Safari Rally, and the gap that stands between Henk Lategan and his closest challenger, Sebastian Loeb, is just 39 seconds. Can the South African hold on and claim victory in this inaugural race? It's going to be all-out war.